Hey Star Stuff, this is your timeless weekly reading from September 25th to October 1st, 2023. And as I lay these out, I see that they need clarifiers, clarifying the first card, which is the Sept of Fire, and the last card, which is the Six of Cups, the Six of Water. And so here we are with the first card, Seven of Fire, Stress. It features a man on a ball with a monkey on a string who has a needle pointing at the ball. And the man is blowing a trumpet and juggling a bunch of candles. It looks very stressed, and the name of the card is Stress. An interesting feature of this card is that this person is on that ball, and at any moment he could jump off. Any moment he could let go of that string and put the candles down, but he doesn't. So it shows the clarifier, which is the major arcana 21, completion. It features a bluish looking man, puzzle pieces like as his image, the final piece being held by someone else as it falls and is placed in the area where the third eye would be. These two in combination say to me that the beginning of the week is likely to be in a place of perhaps overwhelm, perhaps stress, perhaps the need is for internal investigation. Perhaps the need is to do some prayer, do some connection to guides and invisible help. Really check in with inner communication. What is, if there's anxiety or anything like that, do the processes you need to do to receive and introspect the correct answer. And moving on to midweek, we have the Knight of Fire, Intensity. The card features a person moving toward the left, and that person's energy is so aligned and so intensely focused, the person begins to blur. The card says, the figure in this card is taken on the shape of an arrow, moving with the single pointed focus of one who knows precisely where he is going. He is moving so fast that he has become almost pure energy, but his intensity should not be mistaken for the manic energy that makes people drive their cars at top speed to get from point A to point B. That kind of intensity belongs to the horizontal world of space-time. The intensity represented by the Knight of Fire belongs to the vertical world of the present moment, a recognition that now is the only moment there is, and here is the only space. And this card coming next tells me that the introspection brings either a download, the right information. You become focused throughout the middle of the week, and you're able to point that focus and move as if you're being poured easily from a cup into the pool of water that is its home. And at the end of the week, we have the Six of Water, clarified by the Five of Clouds. This is Cups, clarified by Swords. And Six of Cups is very much about illusions. It's things that we're dreaming about that are likely to be unrealistic, or things that keep us from getting to what it is that we're looking for in the here and now. The book says, some enchanted evening you're going to meet your soulmate, the perfect person who will meet all of your needs and fulfill all of your dreams, right? Wrong. This fantasy that songwriters and poets are so fond of perpetuating has its roots in memories of the womb, where we were so secure and at one with our mothers. It's no wonder we have hankered to return to that place all of our lives. But to put it quite brutally, it is a childish dream. It's amazing we hang on to it so stubbornly in the face of reality. Nobody, whether it's your current mate or some dreamed of partner in the future, has any obligation to deliver your happiness on a platter, nor could they even if they wanted to. Real love comes not from trying to solve our neediness by depending on another, but by developing our own inner richness and maturity. Then we have so much love to give that we naturally draw lovers to us. Comparison. As the clarifier says, whoever told you that the bamboo is more beautiful than the oak, or the oak is more valuable than the bamboo? Do you think the oak wishes it had a hollow trunk like this bamboo? Does the bamboo feel jealous of the oak because it is bigger and its leaves change color in the fall? The very idea of the two trees comparing themselves to each other seems ridiculous, but we humans seem to find this habit very hard to break. Let's face it, there's always going to be somebody who is more beautiful, more talented, stronger, more intelligent, or apparently happier than you are. And conversely, there will always be those who are less than you in all of these ways. The way to find out who you are is not by comparing yourself with others, but by looking to see whether you are fulfilling your own potential in the best way you know how. This is reading like by the end of the week, we are perhaps confronted because of that alignment and intensity. We are confronted with some limits about ourselves. Maybe there is something that we want to do or that we're trying to do, and we are limiting ourselves, not understanding our own value, or perhaps comparing ourselves to others who are farther along. Maybe they're on chapter 10 and we're on chapter 2 and we're trying to be on chapter 10. And I'm going to take one more card so that I can make sure I understand what this reading is about. And I pulled Osho's card, the Master. It says, the Master of Zen is not a master over others, but a master of himself. His every gesture and his every word reflect his enlightened state. He has no private goals, no desire that anything should be other than the way it is. His disciples gather around him not to follow him, but to soak up his presence and be inspired by his example. In his eyes they find their own truth reflected. In his silence they fall more easily into the silence of their own beings. The Master welcomes the disciples not because he wants to lead them, but because he has so much to share. Together they create an energy field that supports each unique individual in finding his or her own light. If you can find such a master, you are blessed. If you cannot, keep on searching. Learn from the teachers and the would-be masters and move on. And so, to tie this all together, it appears that this week is significant in your personal mastery journey, in that the things that you think you need to be doing and the things that are stopping you are likely to be highlighted, and you are likely to find some kind of alignment that allows you to focus and reach a synergy or synergistic type state where you are able to do more than you think you can. And just remember that the things that we think about ourselves, the things that we do, are the only things that we really can control. We can't control anybody else. We can't control our circumstances, but we can control how we think, how we feel, and choose carefully how it is that we move through the world, how it is that we come across to others, and keeping our promises to ourselves, getting right in alignment with ourselves for our correct action. That is the personal mastery journey. If you found value from this reading, please remember to subscribe to my channel, give me a like, give me a comment, and share if you think anybody else needs to hear this message. This might be a rough one, but remember, got this. And see you in the next one.